Testing.
But I got up and I finally, and then I was sitting on
Testing.
the couch. And I looked, went in the bathroom, I went, okay, shower. Wasn't that.
Testing.
Went to the kitchen, I mean, to the closet, found a rack.
Hey there.
I don't know what it was. It sounded like it was in my phone.
No,
I have no
it
idea.
sounded like in my and you would have been closer to that. It was down on the walkway somewhere with bringing stuff out. This was morning.
It was probably more, I don't remember.
But it was like the clamor. Hi.
Well, because I sat there and thought, what is that? The whole apartment's falling apart. And I didn't hear that right away. And when I did, I looked in the shower. Oh, that's okay. I thought, oh, I was going to notice. Of course, I'm asking
No, I was walking around so much that I got myself up off the floor. Thank you, but
big help. I told you, bang on the wall.
I don't know if that do it sometimes. When I hear the water running in the bathroom, I'm gonna bang on the wall. See if you can hear it.
I can hear really flushing. Really
Yeah,
bad.
I can hear it. Well, I can run the water toward it. You have to have a door. And I have a heck of a time finding one that comes out of the wall. This is a super duper flush. Yeah, it takes everything. My cousin, she was still with us. Right after the wedding, so she said, "Oh, I'm coming back home." I said, "Well, Elaine, I just need to warn you." I said, "You need to hold on tight. It's gonna flush on you." She goes, "What?" I said, "It might shoot you right away."
I'll knock you off the next time I'm in there and I hear yours. I'll bang
I
on
heard
the
the
wall.
shower.
Hi there.
Yeah, when you pull it down.
Wow. Okay, well, that's
It's funny because our showers, I would have thought they would have been back to back like mine. The head of my shower is towards the inside.
so isn't it?
Yeah, I would have thought they would have been kind of back to back. But it's not.
I don't think I need a shower. But the next time, the only thing is, sometimes I'll order in 11, 11:30. I'm in the bathroom. I'll hear yours flush.
Yeah. I'm still like,
I'll be banging on it. I won't bang on it.
well, I don't care. It's only me in there.
Well, I didn't know nothing.
Can I interrupt?
No, no. I haven't found it yet anyway, but you never know.
I know.
I get texts from them.
How you doing?
Kind of taking over this side. Now I'm going
Well, years ago, my husband,
must have both going. What's that? You got both going? You got portable mic, Kenna? You got something else, you got something going. Along with that. I don't know what, but you got something. You got two things going. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Keep going back there. I'll play the button.
About now. There we go. We had the gain turned up a little bit. All right, we're going to get started. Miss Etta's going to, still too loud? I don't know what it is. Hello, hello. Check. 1, 2, 3. I think it's these maybe. How about now? I think these are not normally up.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so they were all the way up.
It still seems loud.
Well, these are all the way up too.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still got.
Somebody, isn't there a master reset when we?
Yeah, but my phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, because these don't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need any more. But it shouldn't be. Yeah, because this. I don't even have to hold it, and we're kind of going to be. Yeah. See if we get any feedback. 1, 2. Yeah, he can hold it at his chest, and that's coming through right here. Yeah, so that'll be good. So when you do this, they can still hear you. That's fine. That's fine.
Now Brad's here. We got started.
We can get started. No, you're fine. You're fine. All right, we can officially begin today. So let's start with a moment of prayer. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath and exhale. Father God, as we come before your presence and we celebrate the fact that your favor rests upon us. As we inhale and exhale, we're reminded that you are present with us. For we can do nothing of our own accord, but we rely on you for everything. We thank you for the foundation of this campus, the ministry that is carried on here, the mission and vision that's been set before us as we go forth to serve your people. Now, as we gather today to talk about our events, to talk about our business, to talk about our activities, and any other concerns that may come forth, let us do it, first of all, with the thought in mind that you told us to love you first and then love one another. Let's always put others ahead of our own interests, especially when it's the interests of the community versus our own personal interests. As we bring our ideas forth, as we have our questions, let us remember to ask them in love and in concern for one another, because truly that is the mission of this campus. We're a campus that cares for one another, that looks out for one another, that collaborates with one another even when we disagree. So be with us as we go forth this day. We thank you for your favor, your protection, your guidance, and your embrace. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Please stand if you're able for the pledge. Don't go too far away because you're up next. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Etta?
All righty. I don't have a long list of things to report. And you know, we're just coming out of the first part of our Easter season, because Easter isn't a day, it's a season. So we're still walking through the Easter season. We'll do that up until Pentecost. So our cross on the lawn will continue to be draped until we get to Pentecost Sunday. Just want to thank you so much for all of your participation in our Holy Week events. We had 102 people, give or take a few, right, Landis, for our Monday, Thursday service. And I'm not sure how many we served in the dining room, to be honest with you, because people kept coming. But we were able, Doug said 147. So we were able to, no, but he's talking about Easter Day. Yeah, that's Brad's thunder. I was talking about Monday, Thursday evening when we had our service there. But everything, well, that's not what the bill was. Okay, caterer got off pretty good with that then. But thank you so much. Everything ran smoothly. I want to say thank you to the staff that are present and others I've already thanked for just helping me to partner with Brad and make that event a real good success. So that just raises the bar, I guess, for the next event that we have along that way. And that'll be down the road, but I'll talk about that as we get closer to that. Easter Sunday for chapel service, we had 90 plus people in the chapel, seated here in the chapel, which says to me, and it's been singing to Landis, because he's been my IT, my usher, my attendance counter. We started out in the 30s and we broke 40, and then we say, well, can we have 50? And we broke 50, and then we asked for 60 and we broke 60, and then you guys jumped to 90. So that just says that, you know, we're doing something right, and I'm so grateful for that. The choir has been adding to that along with the music. They've been working hard every week to make sure that service just really flows. We keep it ecumenical because we know we have different faiths on campus, so we want everybody to be a part of the service and not feel like it's centered in one direction, and that's been going well. So if you have ideas or suggestions, bring those to the Spiritual Life Committee, who oversees me and the chapel activities. It's not just me alone making decisions, but I have a team that works with me, and they're excellent. So bring those ideas to them, let them know, and we'll talk about it around the tables. If there's something you like to see that we're not doing, bring that to them as well, because we want to make sure that we're servicing everyone on campus as much as possible. So do that for me. I am going to go on vacation, and I know you're saying, some of you are like, yes, and others of you are like, no. But the answer is yes. I'm going on vacation from April 19th until the 23rd. I am going out of the country. I do have international call. However, I won't have my phone. I'm going with Pam Herbert, who many of you know, and we've agreed to swap phones. That way, if there's something emergent, she can answer it because she knows you all. I won't have to answer it. And the same with her and what she does for ministry, because you all know we've been running full force. There's a lot of this gone on, and I need to empty out and refresh so I can come back and serve you at 100%. So I'm going to ask you during that time, if it's not extremely important, and I know people have different levels of what's important, but if it's not extremely important, or if you don't want to hear Pam's voice, then send an email, and when I get an opportunity, I'll check them, but I won't be checking my emails daily either. I need to do that. I need to empty out so I can fill back up, so I can come back and serve you. You've been so faithful in helping me along the season, but there is a season of rest, and so I'll need that for that week. So thank you for honoring that. Thank you, Doug, for granting that for me to be able to do that, and I'll come back and pick up the torch, and we'll plan something great together. Any questions for me? I'm going to St. Martin. Going to St. Martin. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. I will pass the baton to Allison, my partner in crime and mischief.
Good afternoon, everybody. So April is Earth Month. Two events. We have the Hollis Garden and Garden Bistro lunch. That's Friday, April the 17th. We're going to leave from Fort Bunker Lobby at 10:20. And lunch is on your own. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really good trip. We also have a guided nature stroll around Lake Hunter. That's at the end of the month, Thursday, April the 30th. We're meeting at 10 a.m. in the main dining room lobby. And Jada made up these cute little identification cards. What can I see on my nature stroll? So we'll be handing those out. I also have a new class starting called Active Agers. It's going to be on Fridays from 2 to 2:45 in the sunroom. So if you missed a Tuesday, Thursday, come try out the Friday class, another option for you. We also have going on Thursday, April the 30th, Community Connections. This is from 1 to 3, so make sure you write this down. It's here in the chapel, and it's open to all our residents. What you're going to do is you're going to come and learn about all the different activities on campus. So if you're new, you definitely want to come to this. You can find out what's going on, get plugged in, meet some new people. The 4 people that make up this committee is Linda Demers, Tom Mook, Etta, and Chris Woolwine-Moen. So come check that out. That's April the 30th from 1 to 3 here in the chapel. So this week kicks off the Red, White, and Blue Wii Bowling Classic. Woo, yay! It's 8 weeks, and our Wii bowlers are in competition with Westminster Towers. So we've been kicking butt, okay? So we're gonna continue that legacy. This year we've got 4 teams. So 4 teams. We got our North Side team, and then we have our 3 South Side teams. So far this week, Allison Braun bowled 256. Impressive. Emilio bowled 246 this week. So they're on fire. And I'm so excited. And hey, come check them out. Come cheer for them. You can look on My W Life when they play, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So our Wii bowlers, they're awesome. A matter of balance. So for those of you that are new and haven't taken the class, I'm really encouraging you to take this class. If you've already had it, take it again, all right? It's a great class. It starts Thursday, May the 7th. It's an 8-week class, and it's from 3 to 4:30, and it's up in the Lakeview Lounge. And what is a matter of balance? It's called Managing Concerns About Falls. It's designed to reduce the fear of falling and increase activity levels among older adults. We pay a licensing fee to be able to provide this program to our residents for free, okay? So definitely take advantage. We are very blessed that we can have this program available to you here on our campus. So if you would like to take it, I do have a few spots left. Just let me know and I can get you signed up for that. And then finally, May the 27th, I know that we're in April, but we're having a Bach Tower tour and lunch, okay? And I'm telling you this is because I have to connect and buy the tickets, and the deadline for me to buy these tickets is May the 12th. There are still some spots available if you want to go on this trip. There is going to be a lot of walking, but it's going to be a great trip. We're going to do a tour of Pinewood Estates, lunch, and then the concert is at 1. There is a fee. There's no refunds. So if you're interested in doing this tour and lunch, please get with me, okay? That's May the 27th. All right, thank you very much.
Playing the part of Jada. You all know Jada's on maternity leave, right?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Going on there,
Sorry. Okay, I'm Patricia for everyone that knows me. For the ones that have not met me, I'm Doug's assistant. And for at least 3 months, I'll be stepping in Jada's shoes, helping her out with My W Life. We also have Allison that's going to be helping with the activities, and Miss Etta. So us as a group will be serving your needs when it comes to lifestyles. So I just want to go over a few things. If you don't know where my office is, it's 4 Bunker Lobby. I'm in the, behind the fireplace. Thank you, Miss Hedda. I'm in 4 Bunker Lobby behind the fireplace. So you can come see me anytime. If you have any questions, you can call, you can come see me. I love visitors and I love hugs. So for some of the activities, I'm just gonna go over the activities. Oh, and I have been doing the daily scoop, so just bear with me, and if you see anything that's not correct in the scoop, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to correct it. It's a team effort. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a team effort with me and you all, because I'm learning this position and y'all can help me learn. So if you see something that's supposed to be in there that's not in there, just email me, call me, and I'll be more than happy to correct it. So important announcements. The 2026 Resident and Team Member Art Show. So the entry forms, please note that Monday, April 13th, is the deadline to submit entry forms. Submissions will be your photos of artwork, and if available, artwork can be turned in with the entry form. The final deadline for artwork submissions to me is Friday. So basically what they're saying, your actual form has to be completed and turned in by April 13th. And the artwork itself, your picture, or the picture of the artwork, has to be turned in no later than April 24th. So I have a few people that have turned in artwork. If you're interested, just come see me, email me, let me know. Also another announcement, donations to the 2026 Activities Fund Drive. So we have just completed week 5 of this year's Activities Fund Drive, and have received from 99 residents a total of $6,700 toward our goal of $9,600. So this year's drive will end on Tuesday, May 5th. So we encourage all residents to support this fund. Any amount is greatly appreciated. Checks should be made payable to resident council and given to Mia at the PMG lobby, or placed in the resident council treasurer's box, which is located inside the mailroom. Thank you. And my last announcement is for the Lake Hunter Herald. Your deadline for the May edition of the Lake Hunter Herald is Thursday, April 16. Please send your information to the editors, lhh@gmail.com. Okay, I wanted to remind you about the Flight to Honor homecoming trip. If you are a veteran that was chosen for the Flight to Honor, please let me know. I'm sorry. If you're a veteran, please let me know if you need transportation to and from, so we can get you set up with the transportation. And that is on Tuesday, May 5th. Okay. So some things that we have coming up and coming events. Allison went over a few, but we also have the scam presentation with the State Attorney Brian Haas. That will be Tuesday, April 14th. We also have the Physician's Hour with Dr. McBride, which will be Wednesday, April 15th. Let me go back to the scam presentation. That is April 14th at 2 o'clock here in the chapel. The Physician's Hour with Dr. McBride is Wednesday, April 15th, 10:30 here in the chapel as well. Also, the Vol Shop will be open on April 17th. And another up-and-coming event is using AI to simplify, organize, and reset. That is going to be April 20th here in the chapel. And one correction that someone did help me out with, the Shakespeare in the Park, which is April 23rd at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. It will be on the lawn by the pool and by the dog park. Before I just had by the park, in the park, so that's a correction. And my last announcement for up-and-coming event for this month of April is Joyful Singers Program, which will be Sunday, April 26th, 3 p.m., located here in the chapel. Do anyone have any questions for me? All right, that's it. Thank you. What was that?
I said you're getting away good.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, good job. We're going to go off script a little bit because Melissa's on another call for a few minutes. We're going to go to Maria. All right. So what I heard is if you want to come learn how to do scams or maybe prevent them, all right, come to the chapel. All right.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's so good to see you all here. Our census is going up in assisted living. Yay. We currently welcome Mr. and Mrs. Rice and Miss Susan Neff. So stop by, say hello, introduce yourself. It will really help him get to know each one of you in the community, and you're all wonderful residents. We unfortunately have 2 residents in the hospital currently, so please keep them in your prayers for speedy recovery and coming back home. As to the preventive measures, the flu season is over, yay. We don't have any more outbreaks, but just keep on doing your hand hygiene. If you have any symptoms, please stay at home. Go outside, enjoy the nice weather. And lastly, I would like to thank all of the residents and all of team members who helped us with our survey. We did wonderful on our biannual survey. We passed, so thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you.
So by wonderful, she means there are 0 deficiencies.
Right.
100%.
100%,
For all
yes.
your school teachers out there, it wasn't C- and they got by. Yeah,
Yes, thank you. Do you have any questions, any concerns? Anyone? No? All right, thank you.
All right. Brad is up next. Dining services. Come on up, Brad. I know everybody's waiting on Brad.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Brad. No. We have added a couple more dining servers to our team. I am on the lookout for a couple more part-timers as well as a part-time cook. I want to touch a little bit on the Pulse survey. The Pulse survey that came out, the results were good. We did raise up a lot compared to last year. The presentation was very high as far as the attractiveness of the food plating and but the one thing that we need to improve on is temperature, which, I'm aware of. So I do want to let everybody know that we do have a plate warmer that is coming. that is going to hold all of our plates down in a heated chamber. I believe it goes up to 175 degrees. So that should improve the temperatures as well as some different procedures that we're doing as far as running the food out when they're in front of us, plating them up, as opposed to sitting them there and then waiting on them to come to me and take them. So that's something that we're working on there. As well as service, we are going over some training with some of the servers that need some attention, which it's going to be a process, but it's they know the expectation. Okay, so when the new servers that are coming in are being taught the correct way. Some have experience, some don't, but it's good that some of them haven't been serving for a long time, because you can kind of mold them into what you need versus trying to break out an old habit. Okay. I do have some menu jackets that are coming. That has been taken care of for the balance of that, and they are being shipped today, actually. So they are leather-bound blue menus jackets that will be coming in. They'll be two-sided, so we'll have the feature of the day for lunch, or vice versa, dinner, and then on the other side will be the favorites menu, which is on the plastic placard in the middle of your table right now. Speaking of middle of the table, I have not forgotten your Lazy Susans, Linda. Okay, and that is about all I have. So, but I do want to let you know that your pulse survey results have been heard, and I am working on that. I have put an action plan into place for a timeline and the steps that needed to be done in order to improve it. Okay? And as you all know, you know where I'm at. I see a lot of you 100 times a day, so come in and let me know if you have any concerns. I'm in a popular spot. I'm right by the elevator. Okay? Yep. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, sir.
I noticed there are several tables that don't have placard folders on the table.
For the favorites menu?
Yeah, ours is one of them.
Okay. All right.
Somebody borrowed it and never brought it back.
I have plenty. You can have all of them if you want. They're taking up my space, so I will put one in the middle of the table for you. Speaking of middle of the table, I just thought of something. The wine, for those of you that order wine, in the middle, it has a list. It represents $4. It has been lowered back down to $3. So if anybody was concerned about the price increase there, I have contacted Visual Touch, and that's been changed back to $3. And we do also have a Capisaldo Pinot Grigio that arrived today. Okay? And more Riesling. All right? Anybody have any questions? Tony?
Will that be the same price for the fellowship visit?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, it will.
Happy hour will be able to, is the beer the same price?
The,
We'll have wine and beer.
yes, sir. Because it's an alcohol wine, beer wine button on Visual Touch, so it'll be the same charge. Correct. Yes, sir. Okay, you're very welcome.
So Brad, I heard that with the new fiscal year, April that we're in,
Yes.
that there's some changes to the guest meal.
Oh, yeah. You are able to use your meal credits for guests. That started on April 1, okay? So if you would like to bring a guest in and use your meal credits to cover their charge for them, you're able to do so, okay? And we do have a brand new debit card reader that also has Apple and Google Pay on it. That is in effect. It got it working today. Okay, and it's up on the front desk, as well as the fob machine has been fixed. So if you would like to use your your meal credits for guests, you are welcome to do so. Okay?
I also heard that sometimes.
Why didn't you hear anything for these people?
I'm just asking the questions.
Okay.
Hello, there we go. I've heard that sometimes when somebody says, I want a small portion, they may mean they want a thin cut
Correct.
of meat.
If you want a small or half size, like for instance, pork chop night, we cut them a little thick because we do hand cut those. If you want a small portion, What your server is doing is writing down small portion, because it's exactly what is being said to you. If you mean by that, please make mine thinner and cut that in half, not this way, but this way. Cut down the center so it's a thinner. Please specify that, because we get some orders and they want a small portion, but what they meant was, can you cut mine in half so it's not as thick? Just please specify that with your server, because they're writing down what you're saying, and then we're serving it as exactly as it's written. So we don't know what you meant, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Is there any attention being given to the sheets where they write down everybody's name and what they want?
Yes. Well,
A lot of confusion there.
that's a, don't laugh at me. We are working on a tablet system that is supposed to be, and so Doug actually predicted this was going to happen. So we had tablets that were brought in, and Doug said, I bet we're going to have those so long before we use them that they go out of date and we have to replace them. And would anybody like to guess what happened? I'm not kidding. It was about 3 days after that comment. I got the report of, we're replacing the tablets. So we are, those, right. So yeah, the brand new tablets that still have the plastic film on the screen are going back, and we are getting new ones. So just so you know that has been ordered as of, I believe, January. So that is already in the process. Good question, Tony. Next. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid to say. Right, yeah. Those will replace the other ones on the shelf. Yeah, just put, yeah. No, but they have been working on, the Wi-Fi has been set up for that. And just so you all know, I don't know, it doesn't really affect you, but it will help the kitchen. We are going to a paperless kitchen process. So basically the kitchen staff, the badge will control the paperless kitchen. It's a monitor that's posted on the wall in the back for recipes, portion control, you know, how many residents are in the building, things like that. So it's just a badge system, and it will be completely touchscreen, no more recipe books and a binder, okay? So that should help us with production and some consistency. Yes, ma'am.
Would you explain to everybody about if you make a reservation for dinners and you don't show up, it's going to be charged anyway. People need to know that.
If you make a reservation,
We're talking about fellowship dinner.
yes, if you make a reservation for like fellowship dinner or even the birthday dinner is another one where we get, Jada would get a count of everybody of what they're having and how many people are coming. So we prepare that many meals, for instance, steak dinner. We've been hand cutting fillets for you for that. So if she tells us 25 and we cut 25 and 3 people don't come and now we throw 3 in the garbage, you will still be charged for that meal because that food had to be purchased and prepared. Okay, so I just want everybody, the same thing goes for fellowship. Yes, sir.
Unless there's an extenuating circumstance.
Correct.
Please let us know.
Unless there is, you know, if you're sick or something, that's fine. Let us know. We can bring it to you.
Right.
If you'd rather have it
We
delivered.
just don't want to throw it away.
But just not showing up and not, you know, communicating that, you still will be charged for your meal for that. Same thing goes with the fellowship dinner. If you sign up and do not show up for the reservation, you will be charged for the fellowship dinner because Tony, that organizes that, prepares and gives me the final count in order to purchase food for that meal as well. And he's counting on them to be there. Okay? Same thing goes with the circumstance. If you cannot make it, just reach out and let us know. All right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once the server puts your order in the tablet, does that order go immediately to the kitchen?
It goes immediately to the kitchen.
That's
So,
the plan.
That's the plan. Yes, sir.
What I've seen is, right now, some of the servers are going from table to table to table before they ever get back to the kitchen.
Say it isn't so.
Please let me know because we have 2 meetings a day with our staff, pre-service. We have one for lunch and then another for dinner. And every single meal meeting that we have, we say, take an order, turn it in. Take an order, turn it in. That is the procedure. So if it's not happening, let me know right then. Tell somebody to come get me, and I will correct it on the spot. Okay? I thought I saw somebody else over here. Yes, ma'am.
How do you account, I understand if you sign up for a meal and you don't show up, being charged for it. How do you account for not signing up and people showing up? I mean, that, you have to.
That's also hard as well, because then it's hey, I'm here, produce my meal on the fly, and then we're having to go back and cut your steak that we didn't know about, or, and it's just, if I know you're coming, I can prepare. So I'll say this, I'm trying to say it politely. If you don't tell me, but then want me to somehow be prepared telepathically for something I didn't know was going to happen, that is not possible. So if you fail to tell me that you're coming, please allow for some time in order for me to get that out to you, because that's where we're trying. If I knew you were coming and then I'm not ready, that's my mistake. I will own that, okay? But if you don't tell me and then I'm not ready, that's a different scenario. Yes, ma'am. That's already been, I ordered that from Royal Cup. That's being replaced. The coffee maker for the bistro down there where Allison hides is down, that is being replaced.
What kind of coffee maker?
It's going to be the same as kind of like we have in ALF and over there by you. Just not as loud. But I can do a pour over if you'd like, because I still have time to change it.
Well,
no, they're the same. The only one that is different are the ones that are in the main kitchen, and then the one that is up in PMG lobby by Mia. The other ones are the same.
Yeah, we're talking about making the one in Fort Bunker the same as the PMG lobby.
Yes.
The one that's in PMG lobby was actually planned to go in the break room, but the coffee guy put it in the wrong place. That's what we'll say.
Yes, sir.
How do you control large containers receiving coffee from
We don't.
We don't. So those are set because we get our cups. What are you saying? I'm saying that it's set to an 8-ounce pour.
Yeah. You don't. We can't.
I can't control it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of signs that I have posted that nobody would read.
How about just to tell you, everybody, tell your friends that there are no drains hooked up to those coffee areas. So if you're pouring your coffee into the little receptacle underneath where the coffee cup goes, it doesn't go anywhere.
Correct.
Somebody has to come pick that up out of there and take it to the sink and dump it out. There's no drain there.
Right.
But talking about, in all seriousness, about people filling large containers, listen, if you want a big jug of coffee or whatever, please go down to the main kitchen, to the Lakeview dining room. Mm-hmm. We're happy to fill up a thermos or whatever. If you're taking it out of the little machines here, it's going to take a minute, and it's going to use the concentrate that's in those units, very fast. Mm-hmm. So if you want something like that, let us know, and I'm sure we could take care of you, down in the dining room.
That's fine. Yes, ma'am.
What happens to the food that you have prepared but have not needed to serve? It's leftover food.
Some of it, if depends what it is. If it's vegetables, it will be used to prepare a soup. Certain starches can be used, but other proteins, that's already been factored into the cost as preparation due to the census. Some of it is saved, some of it is not. Some of it also goes to the staff, because they will, after you are served and what's remaining, they will use that for their employee meals.
What would you do, say, with leftover mashed potatoes?
Mashed potato, we keep that and use it for mechanical for the health center. That's what we use. Yeah. Yeah. Some people that have to have mechanical meals, if it's used for lunch, like if we have some leftover mashed potatoes, we use that for the health center for the people that have chewing issues. So we don't throw it away.
So we try to prepare just enough food to cover our usage, right? So we don't have a lot of stuff to throw away. We can keep some leftover food items for a period of time, and depending where they come from, right? In the health center, the stuff that we don't use, we throw it away. But we know every day how many meals we're preparing for how many residents. And in the main dining room, in Lakeview Dining Room, we don't know that as well, right?
Correct.
We've talked about with your dining committee about, re-implementing the daily, reservation system. And while it may not be perfect or 100%, at least it would get us closer to that number. And by making the reservation, you'd also make your meal selection. So we'd know, because any given day, right, we're guessing, well, do we need 50% of each item? Do we need 80% of the liver and onions, and only 20% of whatever the alternate is? So we're guessing, and you guys may come in and say, oh, we're betting the other way, and you select the other meal, and it can create a challenge.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that raised another question.
It seems as though we run out of reserves almost frequently.
Okay. Well, that's a simple fix. Either we're going to have to get more of them, but remember that what the dessert that we order also goes to the health center and the ALF 2 times a day, as well as the dining room is 2 times a day. So that's a guess as well. So the only thing we could do is, I'd rather have more than not enough, so I can just get extra if need be. Okay? Yes, sir.
I learned that you may have a dessert for the day, and what I want, I found out that I can ask the server for maybe a dessert that was prepared for a previous meal. I go back and check, sure enough, we got it. Bring out the
Yeah.
And on most days, during most meals, we have 8 different types of ice cream. Right? So most of the time.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I've got one for him.
Do we have access to an accounting of the credit?
Of what is it? I'm sorry.
Do we have access to the accounting of the credit?
Do you have access to the counting of the credits? You're talking about meal credits?
How many credits you have left?
I mean, like a running, how many you have left?
In other words, some of us have a memory problem.
Sure. I mean, where they would be able to see it in the dining room. Well, I know Linda or Sabrina would definitely be able to see it because it goes to them real time. But we can talk to them about that.
I might be able to find it in Visual Touch. I can see if it's on there for an account.
Yeah, maybe there.
Because I can look it up by resident's name. I'm going to be able to see how many you have left. Okay?
Yeah, but if you ever want to know, you can come ask us. We can find out. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
I do have a question. Where do our potatoes come from?
Where do our potatoes? Which ones are we talking about here?
All of them.
U.S. Foods from Idaho.
From Idaho.
Yeah.
How do they come to us?
They come to U.S. Foods delivers them to us on the truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. And then in a truck, are they in any particular type of packaging?
They come in a 50-pound box with a cardboard lid, and they're refrigerated.
All right. So it's just regular raw potatoes. And we slice them, dice them, chop, puree.
Yep.
Julienne fries.
So they're not cooked prior to?
No.
So they're raw?
Oh, I know where this is headed. Correct. Yes, we cook those. Okay, we have our own potatoes that we cook. Same thing goes with the soups and the sauces and everything. The only thing that comes in pre-made are chicken fingers, you know, and
Hot dogs?
hot dogs.
So in other words, if you make a scalloped potato, you actually bake.
We have, they're raw potatoes that are thin sliced, and then we make the sauce for them and put them together. No, it doesn't.
All right.
Okay.
Any other intriguing questions for Brad? Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
He's sweating up here.
No, I run hot. We make those. All they are is beaten eggs with milk added. That's it. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say that thank you for all that you do for everybody.
That's it. Well, thank you. That's nice.
Thank you, Brad. Team.
Thank you very much. I try. I appreciate you saying that. It's my pleasure. I like doing what I do. So it's you know, it's a little bit challenging, but it's not from the people that live here. It's not you guys. Sometimes it's internal. So it's trying to get people on board. But I appreciate you saying that very much. And like I said, it's my pleasure. I love what I do. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I
Good
appreciate
job, Brad.
it. Thank you, sir.
All right, up next, Alyssa and Dawn. You're up after them. Brad went long. I thought we were going to be out of here early.
Well, that was hard to follow. So, hello, everyone. Are we the last on the list? Oh, okay, so then we'll make it quick.
We're behind, yeah.
Okay, so for the health center, we are a 5-star facility. Yay! Yep, very excited. So we are waiting for survey any minute. So I've thought they would have been here weeks ago, but we are expecting them anytime. So we continue to work on processes, following standards of care, doing everything that we're supposed to do to take care of our residents. And here's Alyssa.
Hi. So as Dawn said, not only are we 5-star overall, but there's a little caveat in the 5-star that we're also 5-star for quality measures, which goes into 5 different categories as it relates to the care that you guys receive when you come into the health center. In addition to that, in May, we will be doing the transitions of care in service, but this time it's going to be a little bit more interactive. We're going to have members of our team that actually participate in transition of care, and we're going to be doing a live demonstration or simulation of what happens in the meeting, how we review the residents. We'll have like a sample resident record, and you'll be able to see how the determination is made for either therapy to come and speak with you about some therapy services, or or have a discussion about transitioning to a different level of care. All right. The last thing is, when you guys do come into the health center, and you know, we've had a lot of transitions over the last 2 months, and some residents have now transitioned into long-term care. I wrote this down. So in order to best meet the needs of all of our residents, our first floor is typically designated for our rehab. And the second floor is for our long-term care residents. And what this does, it allows us to provide a more focused approach on the rehab floor. With the setting, it provides our staff a little bit more time with the rehab residents as well, while also creating a stable and consistent environment for long-term care residents. So just be mindful. We do like to honor resident rights, but just be mindful as you transition through levels of care. If it is identified that you do have to remain long-term care, we have designated the second floor for long-term care. They have a different set of programming versus the rehab floor, which is a little bit different programming. That is designed for individuals who are transitioning back home or back to their previous level of care. So I just want to thank you guys for that. And I want everybody to hold up 5 fingers, because that's what we are. Mic drop.
All right.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right. Next on the agenda is our sales team. All right.
Thank you. All right. Good to be here. So we just ended our fiscal year, March 31st. So we just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what your sales team has been doing for you over this past year, what we accomplished. And this last year, we did 492 tours. Those tours are a picture of, if it's an independent living tour, it's a minimum of a 2-hour tour. If it's an assisted living tour, it's a 1-hour tour. And that does not count any repeat visits. It does not count any meetings as we progress into a closing or into a deposit. That is just for the tour time. We hosted 28 events. We had 3,128 phone calls that were just related to sales. We, unfortunately, because we're number one on the button when people call in, we take all kinds of calls that have nothing to do with sales also. But that is not included in the number. We had 3,923 emails, 3,128 sales mail, which are those video mails sometimes that you get. And
how much time do you take collecting this data?
What? And well, just to say, those are kind of the 5 basic areas that we cover specifically related to sales. It does not include our business development meetings. It does not include staff meetings. It does not include anything like that. That's just time we spend for you in sales directly. This resulted in the past year for 41 move-ins, 23 in independent living, and 18 in the assisted living.
That's awesome.
And there is a reason why our Eva Lees was Employee of the Quarter last quarter, and I'm still so proud of her. And I will remind you that Susan was Administrator of the Year all last year, Administrative Marketing Assistant of the Year.
Good stuff.
And but all that we do for you, and we truly enjoy our time with you. We're at 98%, just over 98% in independent living, and we were 100% for the year for assisted living. We did have someone come in, but as of today, we were losing a room this month, and that would have made our not 100%, but Eva Lee's already assigning someone today. So we will continue to remain 100% in the assisted living, so excellent job.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but I just wanted to share with you again when Patricia mentioned about Shakespeare in the Park. So I do encourage you to come out to that. I have some flyers. I'll leave it here. We will be having a live talented actor come out. It is our 2nd time doing this. It was a lot of fun last year, but we really want to get a nice big turnout. And also to just share it with your community networks, share it with your community groups that you go out to, your churches. We welcome everybody. We want you to definitely bring a friend. Show them how much fun that we're having here and what we have to offer in the community. So please share, and we'll have some lovely themed bites and drinks as well. So it was a lot of fun last year. Really hope you can make it out. And that'll be, like Patricia said, by the pool and the dog park on the lawn. That's it.
Awesome.
One last thing I forgot. I know you see the little tent out here on the cement area. We are having a hibachi chill and grill. I'm sorry you're not invited. That is only for prospects, and it is full. But I want to remind you also that our Cinco de Mayo will be happening on the Cinco de Mayo this year, and it is open to all the residents as well as our prospects. We are going to have dance performance. We are going to have all kinds of stuff going on. Of course, the mariachi band will be there, authentic food, and it will be a huge event. It will be an excellent event, and all of you are invited. But prepare for that, because we won't have this meeting again before that time, and that is May 5th.
Thank you. A lot of stuff going on May 5th. I don't know if y'all have noticed that.
Yes. Oh, good.
Linda and I met a couple here within the last 2 weeks that they have become residents here, but they went to Hartford first and came here.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Want them all to come here. Yeah.
All right.
Well, maybe not all.
All right, next on the agenda is Rick. Rick and Jeff, but I didn't see Rick.
Good afternoon. I'll start out saying that Jeff, the reason he is not here, he hit the ground running pretty hard and working on a lot of work orders and stuff, and he had a accident. So he is at workers' comp doctor today, getting his ankle checked out. So he is on a boot and with a cane right now. So we're just hoping for a speedy recovery for him. Yeah. With a cane?
Got 2 canes and a boot.
Yeah, so, but yeah, he twisted it pretty good. So the other thing is Lisa. She is dealing with some personal issues, so myself and Jeff and a few others have been answering the phones for her. So I know there's a lot of disappointment when I answer the phone. Oh, you're not Lisa. Oh, I'm sorry, but but Lisa does a lot, and she is in and out with her husband quite a bit. So she's working with some personal issues with him, but there's a lot of times that 'cause we only have one phone line coming into the shop for work orders, and that's Lisa's phone. So between myself and Jeff, we could answer from our desk. But a lot of times that she is on the phone, it'll ring, and people will think that nobody's answering the phone, but we have a lot of phone calls coming into maintenance every day. And most of our phone calls are transportation phone calls. We have a lot more residents now that are not driving, and they rely on our transportation department a lot. So we do get a lot of transportation phone calls in maintenance. Work orders, we get a lot of work orders through emails. And I try responding back to most of them, but you got to remember, for me to respond, you need to make sure when you submit a work order, you put your email address in that. There's a slot that says email request or email address. Put that in there, and I'll reply back to you, knowing that we got the work order. Last month, well, for February, we did 565 work orders. For March, because I just turned this in, we did 634 work orders. Wow. We did a lot of work orders. And out of that 634, 54 were on hold either due to contractors or just special vendors that are needed, or parts on order that need to be picked up.
So always remember the work orders are in addition to preventative maintenance.
Preventive maintenance, we're not even counting right now. And we are running a little bit behind. AJ he's in charge of our preventive maintenance. AJ gets called a lot to work on computers. And it's a Westminster policy that we should not be working on your computers. There's a lot of things that are on your computers that we don't need to see. That you have personal information, you have banking information. There's a lot of things that AJ really does not want to be involved in or need to see on your computer. And so we're really trying to teach the resident as we go. We're just telling you, well, we could check for power, we could check for internet, but as far as setting your email address up or getting into your computer or setting your password up, we do not need to be involved in that. That's just invasion of your privacy and things that he really doesn't need to be involved in. So what we're doing is we're just trying to teach the resident as we go that we'll look at it, we'll make sure you got your power, we'll make sure you have the internet. But as far as that goes, we really should not be involved in getting your computer set up for you. So it's just a teaching thing right now, because before we used to do it, and it's a policy that we really shouldn't. And I agree with that policy, because it does take time. If you had to reboot your computer and set up your password, he could be there for an hour or longer. So let's get to the topic here of landscape. I have gotten more phone calls from family members, residents, even staff. What are we doing with our landscape? Right now, we have got the mowing crew out here. They're starting weekly. They brought in extra personnel to address the landscaping. We're cutting the dead out. They are pulling. They're not authorized to pull out plants, but we have Chris, who's going to do some landscaping to help out here a little bit, but we only have one person on landscaping for maintenance. So he's just doing a little bit here and there, helping out. We are cutting back. We have a lot of new growth on a lot of new plants. Those birds of paradise or traveler palms out there, those will be whacked down. We got the banana trees cut. But there's no way we can address 50 acres in 2 days. We haven't mowed in 3 weeks. They're mowing today, and that's because that frost that we had, we lost a lot of grass, and now with all this rain, the grass is coming back, and they are addressing that, and they've done Highland Street, some of the landscaping up there, and they're working their way down to Terrace Gardens, but it's going to be a process. This is not going to happen 2 days. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take us weeks, maybe months to even get all this caught up. We've took a hard hit. Like I said, there's a lot of new growth out there coming out, but I'm sure that once we evaluate things, we'll address it as needed. And we have residents going out and buying their own plants right now. We are working with those residents also, so it's just going to take time for it to come back. Any questions on anything that I've discussed? Yes, yeah, John.
We had relatives visit us from Fort Ritchie, 2 people, never been here before. We took them down to the MacArthur Center to kind of show it to them. They have 2 questions. There's 2 huge dead trees right by the, and huge, not small. And they noticed the rust all over Marilyn Randolph's house from the ground up to the windows.
Yep.
So that's noticeable by people that drive down the street.
Yep.
Okay, that's my question.
Okay. The rust on the house is iron from the well, and we have Chris going around. It's not only on that house. There's a few houses on Lakeside Court that we are looking at addressing. We have this, I don't know what's called, this iron out, I believe, and he's adjusting sprinklers. But it doesn't help when we have residents going into their irrigation timers, hitting them on after we set them for 1 day a week. We need to make sure that we need to be part of the solution, not part of the problem on this, because we're down to 1 day a week watering. And I'm having residents call me up wanting to know, why is X house on right now watering? Like I said, we have a lot of sprinkler timers out there, and we have a lot of sprinklers, and we're trying to address that.
The 2 trees by the MacArthur.
The 2 trees.
1 hour to fix that problem. I saw them go down and drag them out to the curb.
I don't know if they're dead or not.
They're not going to come back.
I need to evaluate. I'm not cutting anything down right yet. We've had the tree service out here addressing a lot of trees. We're looking at mango trees. We're looking at avocado trees. Trying to hope, I know that on Pat's house, she showed me there's new growth on her avocado tree coming back. I don't know about your mango tree. Is it coming back at all? No, not yet. So we're addressing a lot of trees on campus. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. And I know it may take, you say 5 minutes, but it could take longer than that. I mean, it depends. I don't know. Without looking at the tree, I know the palm tree in front, is that what you're referring to? The palm in front?
No, the one just to the side of the MacArthur Center, and they also have a dead tree on Marilyn Randolph's yard. 2 huge trees, as tall as the flagpole, even taller. Both dead.
That's the mango.
No, we're.
I haven't checked. No. Nobody has.
I was told that on the avocado and the mangoes, if we bring them down to 1/3, or get to where the bark is shrinking up, where it was frozen, cut it right past that, and it should come back. But we'll evaluate and we'll look at it and see. Yeah. Well, if you travel anywhere here in Lakeland or mid-central Florida, you're going to see it everywhere. Yeah. You're going to see it in my yard. I mean, I got dead stuff in my yard. Yes, ma'am.
Rick, have you talked about the guest rooms?
Not yet. Are you going to talk about that? The guest rooms. The demolition is almost done. We found water damage, and that's going to be a change order. We found water damage in B and C underneath the air conditioner, and it's not from the air conditioner. It's water that's migrating from the outside in. If you look at the topography of the ground, everything runs back towards the guest room. And so we noticed that behind the baseboard and into the sheetrock and wall, there was some water damage, and we're addressing that right now. The showers have been demoed out, and they ran into a footer that holds this building up right here. And so they are chiseling back a little bit, they're not removing the footer. They're just chiseling it back so we can make it a roll-in shower for wheelchairs or for walkers or anything like that. The electrical's been done. The furniture, have a lot of furniture delivered, and we're storing that right now at the MacArthur Center in the old accounting office. So there's a lot of things. The vanities have been delivered, and they are working on framing for the, you know, in a lot of hotels when you go to, ours we had the microwave and the refrigerator down low.
Be ready by May.
Yeah, they're on schedule. They're on schedule for it.
Late May?
It's going to be late. It's going to be, later. It's not going to be 1st of May by no means. May into June, yeah.
We still have room A available.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that are happening down below. Yeah. Okay. Anything? Yes, sir.
A couple weeks ago, the fire alarm went off, and it went off for a long period of time.
Was that yesterday?
No, a couple weeks ago, in B building.
Oh, okay. That was due to popcorn. Somebody was popping popcorn in the lobby, and yes, it did go off for a long time because we had to clear the smoke out. And then the fire department had to show up. Anytime that a fire alarm goes off, it has to be investigated by the fire department.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing it up, no one, since we've been here almost 2 years, has told us or explained to us where we got to go to get out of B building second floor. I still don't have any idea.
Okay. I know that I'm working with Linda on that. We had a in-service with the Nora Rife residents. We're going to have an in-service with Four Bunker Manor coming up. I'm not sure the date yet, but we are going to have that. And that's the reason why we have fire alarms. We count them as alarms. We don't say drills because when we say drills, a lot of residents do not participate in them. And it's a learning experience not only for the resident, but it also teaches our staff what to do also. And so we will be getting with you on that soon. Matter of fact, the fire department was out here, I don't know, it's been a few weeks, and they evaluated for Nora Rife, and after that evaluation, we went to Four Bunker Manor because what we're finding is a lot of residents don't like door closers. If it's a fire-rated door, which our doors are fire-rated, you have to have a door closer on there. And I think we counted 7 of them up in Four Bunker Manor that we need to reinstall door closers on. So, and that is so that if there's a fire and you evacuate, if there's no door closer on, guess what happens? The door don't shut. And so we'll be putting door closers back on those doors also. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I know our door is one of them, my door is one of them. And that was so that my husband could get in with his chair, otherwise he could not get in our apartment. So there should be accommodation for that kind of situation. That door was so heavy.
Yeah. What we're doing is we're trying to adjust the door closers so that they will open easily and close. But you know, door closers have their limitations also. But it's required because all the doors in Four Bunker Manor are fire rated on the interior hallways. Okay.
And there are some doors up there that also have door stops on the door. That doesn't do a door closer any good if the door stops working and it's down.
Okay, we'll take a look at that. I did not see that, but we'll take a look at that. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir, Tom.
At the entrance to the maintenance area, where the crosswalk is,
Mm-hmm.
there's this dip in
There is a dip in the road.
Are we addressing that at all?
The city was called, and I know that I've seen them patch the holes up further, but I did not. That one still they did not address yet, but they were notified on it.
I didn't know whether there was a problem of whose responsibility.
Well, there's a sign that when you enter on our property, it says end of city property or end of city road or something like that. So it's on their side. Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. I tested them, was it last week? And they were working. Let me double check that, okay. Because I know that Lisa did call it in, and so I wanted to test it myself, and I tested and I got out, because you can't see it if you're standing right underneath it. I had to walk a little bit out to see it, and it was working, but I'll double check that, and if it's not, then we'll call it in. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Good job. All right. Rick works hard for everybody. Good job, Rick. Good job, Rick. All right, in the interest of time, I'm going to try to move through everything real quick. I think everybody knows we're just about done with the dining room. There's been final little touches on there. They got the steam table in. We have some additional artwork that's coming in with the guest room stuff.
Still waiting on tables.
We have the tables that are coming in with the guest room furniture. So we had an order that came in the other day that was labeled tables, but it was coffee tables, not those tables. So that's coming in. We're working on, in addition to that, sort of the same time, getting the gallery hangs. We're probably going to have at least 2 of those go in. We're going to put one in the dining room and then one over here in the hallway by 4 bunker. The gallery hangs, in case you don't know, will allow us to hang different art up and down, right to left on the walls without nailing new holes every time. Steam table, we got that. We already talked about the guest rooms with Rick. Want to go over, we talked about sprinklers, pets. I keep putting it on the weekly TGI, but if you have a pet, make sure it is on a leash and under control, right? For their safety, your neighbor's safety, right? We have alligators out here. Be safe walking around the lake, right? Guest parking. Guests should not park in other residents' spots. They should park in the green lot at the north end above the dining room. They can park in the common lot across from PMG, and they can also park currently above the bid house in that area. The Wi-Fi in bunker lobby has been repaired. It's working today. There's a bad cable. That's all I can tell. And so it's back there working. Because I think there's somebody that comes on the weekend to help with IT, and I guess they couldn't connect or something. So it's back going. I want to throw a shout out for a lot of the stuff that is going on to the foundation and to your very own volunteer committee, your resident council committees, all these folks that work on your behalf. We have some folks that are working with donations in there. We're getting an ice machine for MacArthur Center, looking at expanding the Bark Park area, right, which is right by the pool where we're having this event. And also, I was told today, maybe an additional ladder for the pool, for those of you that use it. All right, I'm going to switch the YouTube off here, and we'll go into our financial review real quick. Be real fast. I'll try to get you out of here in 2 minutes.